and welcome to all you Taurus people. Welcome to this video, this general horoscope for Taurus for the month of June of 2013. What a month for you Taurians, because your ruler is doing a lot of stuff during the month of June, and that is always exciting because that causes more activity in your life. And Venus is the ruler of your chart. It's the ruler of Taurus. So what is going on between around the 4th until the 14th of June? That will be a bit of a peak of Pluto-Uranus square that is going on. Now, in a nutshell, Pluto-Uranus is all about freeing oneself up in order to become more real. That's in a nutshell, and having the opportunity to do that, but in a process, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. That's in a nutshell. That is the energy of Pluto-Uranus. It's a transformative, intense, exciting energy, but it's a square, so it doesn't happen overnight. Now, this square is on at the background, and when a faster planet, in this case your ruler Venus, touches it, then it comes to the surface for many more people, because many more signs are involved then. And in this case, it's Mercury and Venus that are going, and it's all happening in your 3rd house. So it's a nice house, the 3rd house. The 3rd house is the house of, it's many areas, but for most people, it's the house of communication. It's their thinking, their way of thinking, or it's their siblings, our environment. So what can happen? Something can come to the surface that needs to be changed on a very deep level, that considers those areas of life. And because your ruler is involved, actually, it's about you. So because you, Venus, are going to bump into Uranus and bump into Pluto. So you're going to bump into those ingredients, and you are going to get some energy of Pluto and Uranus. So you're going, and it can be on a very little level, but very important for you. What is important for someone else can be less important for you, and the other way around. So it's very personal. And but it's in a square, so it means that, you know, there is effort to be done in order to make the transformation and in order to become more real. So if you think that you haven't been real to a brother or a sister, or if you think that you haven't been able to communicate well enough in an intense way, in an exciting way, Uranus in an intense way, Pluto in a deep way, if you think that you really want to start that new study that you have been thinking about for a long time, it's the moment to do that. It's the moment to gather new information, gather it in to make further decisions in the upcoming months that could be very important for you. All of this stuff. It could be actually 100 of things, because these are general horoscopes, but it's your ruler. So that's why it's so important for you at the moment, in particular during those days when your ruler is involved in that square. So expect that you will feel more intense, hopefully passionate, more passionate, not too passionate, but because then it becomes an obsession, and that is, you know, you won't get what you want if you become too obsessed about it. If you become too obsessed about an idea or about a project, or it will be very tough for you to let it go, because that's the energy. You will want to do that, but you probably will not succeed instantly. So it'll need a little bit of a process in order to do that. On the other hand, there is at the end of the month, Jupiter also entering in that 3rd house. Jupiter is a rather slow planet that enters the house once in a year. So Jupiter will, at the very end of June, the 25th of June, will enter Cancer in that 3rd house of yours. So it shows and is a testimony that whatever you change, that hopefully you will be able to tap into satisfaction feeling of Jupiter in the third house. Now Jupiter in the third house is Jupiter is planet of expansion, planning of meaning, of teaching. In the third house of thinking in Cancer. Cancer is a water house, so that's why it likes it's in there, Jupiter, particularly in Cancer. It's supportive water. It is there to expand in a very nurturing way. And so maybe if you think about studying again, it's a really good time, you know, at the end of June or July or the upcoming months, because it's going to be there in a year. But to start a new course would be really, really well. To start something new, considering communication, considering internet, considering projects that have to do with those things, with PR even. That could be really interesting for you with Jupiter there in the third house, which can be very meaningful for you, or becoming way more meaningful than ever before. So very nice indeed. And yes, whilst all this is going on, there's a beautiful water support of Saturn in and Neptune, making a beautiful trine. And this is all about reality and idealism coming into balance. So I hope you can tap into this energy, you Taurians, and in order to make those shifts, because I know that most Taurians, most of them, unless you have a lot of planets in mutable signs, most Taurians, they want to stick to what they know, and sometimes that's really good, but sometimes we really have to shift towards something else that fulfills us more and that makes us potential grow more. So I wish you all the best, you Taurians. If you want a personal reading, get in touch, and I'll see you soon. See you next month. Bye bye.